1, 2. Okay, as you can all see, we've got an audio issue and I can't put my finger on it. I really can't put my finger on it. I'm sorry about this. We had a problem last night. We thought we'd solved it. We will solve it. But let's... One, two, check 1, 2. 1 2 1 2. Okay, that's working. So let's just see if I'm getting audio through to the sound system. Fucking hell, mate, keep you up all night and I get you up early in the morning. What a cunt I am. Okay, I've got no audio going into StreamYard at the moment. So I need. So do I have to do something to patch cable A at the? Or yeah.
Yes.
Where do I do that?
So at the moment you've got audio going through vMix, and you just need to get that out of vMix into StreamYard.
Into cable A, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So top right.
Settings. Yeah. Audio output.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Master out cable A.
No.
Or G.
I would. Yeah, I'd put it on G.
Okay.
Oh, actually.
I've got to restart vMix. That makes sense.
Just before you do
Oh,
that.
shit, I've just done it. Sorry. Okay, I just did it. Okay, I think we've got it now. I think we're working. There's one annoying little thing that I'm not going to bother about that because I've got audio back in my ear. Okay, let's get this show on the road. So sorry to keep you, and I'm very sorry for any frustrating or bad language chatting to a technical guy who is helping me just there. Let's get rid of that. And let's get that in and that up. And gosh, this is a little bit harder than Zoom, a bit harder than video calls, a bit harder than Teams. But I'm just a dad and I do what I can. And that's what this is all about today. It's about communities, it's about our schools, our children, our businesses, creative carers coming together to collaborate. Well, that was last year. Last year was Collaborate 20 year. And this is our hashtag Inspiration 21 year. 2 weeks ago, we came to this primary school, to this community in Coventry, the school community of Joseph Cash Primary, and we had a fantastic time. We built a cardboard pyramid stage in the back of their playground, and we launched that rocket to inspire those children, not just to aim high, but to aim higher than high, to aim as high as the sky, because their country, their community, absolutely everybody is here for them, and we want them to know that. And you didn't see anything of that, did you? Why is that? Oh my goodness, we've got problems today, haven't we? We've got problems today because we didn't set that. So let's start again. My goodness. I think you got the gist of this. We are having a bit of a tech issue. I can imagine that there's an arts and culture minister somewhere in the country with their head in their hands. I think that's working. Is it working now?
I can see a plane.
Can you? Okay, the plane's really behind. One, two. Really sorry about this, but I don't know why you're not hearing what I'm hearing, so please bear with us. I don't know if Nick's ever going to do any more of this at all, to be quite honest. This is just on another level, isn't it? Let's turn that back there. 1, 2, test, 1, 2. 1, 2, test, 1, 2. So I'm just going to come clean here. I'm just going to put myself on the screen. This is me. How ramshackle do I look? We've got a couple of watchers. I don't know if there's anybody actually out there. That says ended. Why is that ended? Why did that end? Because I was in the wrong studio. My goodness. Okay. Okay, this is about as hard as it looks. And I'm, okay, this is my number calling in. Hold on. Hello, Fid77. Can you hear me? That's not good. Where's that feedback coming from? Oh my goodness, a year ago I'd never streamed anything in my life. Can somebody just tell me if you can hear me and see me? Hi Fid, you're a Coventry teacher, aren't you? It's lovely to see you there. Thanks so much for your support. A year ago I'd never streamed anything, and the first day I did, we got some money from LGFL, we got a small arts council grant, we got some kit. And I set it all up and I didn't realize there's a little box you need between your system and the internet. And so I put a camera in front of the television. Hello, Fid, you can hear me? Okay, I'm going to get going in a minute. I just want to I'm going to show you later on what we've got here, because I had never done this until a year ago. I've done a bit of DJing. Never done this until a year ago. And I didn't get this little box, and so I put a camera in front of the television. I put my phone in front of the television and live streamed what was on my phone, and had all sorts of feedback because the microphone. Anyway, you don't want to know. You don't want to hear me moaning. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to. Oh God, that should have got rid of me. Why didn't that get rid of me? Okay, I know you've probably heard this a little bit, but let's just put that on the screen there.
Might not work, but here's the thing: the guy who invented the ship also invented the shipwreck, and either you're in or you're out. Either you want to play this game or you don't. Art doesn't work because we did something conventional and predictable, and here it is industrialized, right? Art works because we connect.
So the festival that we will be organising in 2022 is a festival of creativity in its broadest sense. So what we're looking for is events that will help to bring people together and show the value of art.
An event like this is absolutely overdue for people who work class families, but we've never had access to the arts.
I think this is amazing, and we should encourage Nick to do more of this so that we can connect friends through art. Is the actually
well, a lot of schools have taken music out of their curriculum, and I find that really important.
This book is going to change lives. There are 7 stories.
Keep doing what you're doing. I love your passion. Please keep doing what you're doing. Inspiring the kids. I think it's great. Not enough parents spend enough time with the kids. They leave them on the iPads and things like that. And I absolutely love it. Keep doing what you're doing. I love your passion.
Again, boys will be boys. Better let them have their toys. Girls will be girls. Cute ponytails and curls. Must put an end to this stress and strife. I think I want to live that sporting life.
I'm going to make it happen for you.
I appreciate that.
Well, I'm going to make it happen for you because what you're doing is, in the end, absolutely brilliant.
I had the idea of getting a big screen to come here and celebrate. And I did a thing called a crowdfunder. I said to lots of people, I only gave myself 24 hours, and they said, you'd never do it.
One time for the Lord.
I think creativity is absolutely everything, you know, to secure the jobs for the future.
Niall, what does collaboration mean to you?
For me, collaboration is everything. So my whole life is a collaboration.
So that was last year. That was Collaborate 20, a whole year of activity, a whole year of events, inspired, as you saw there, by the then Culture Minister, Jeremy Wright. And we're getting very excited here now. We've got Fid here, who's a teacher in Coventry, who's getting excited. She says she can hear it, so thanks for that, Fid. Franklin, excited to see Daryl. I'll be excited to see Daryl. In fact, I think Daryl will be excited to see Daryl. I didn't hear a word of that, but I think the audio was going out. So if you could just pop a message to say if you can hear me talking and if you can hear music. And later on, I'll show you why it's such a miracle if you can. Just a week ago, we came here to Coventry, to Joseph Cash Primary School with a cardboard pyramid stage that we had built in the school playground. And I'm not hearing anything in my ears. And I just hope you are.
We have a liftoff, 32 minutes past the hour.
And we flight that rocket to aim those kids higher than high, to aim and inspire those kids to reach the sky. Teachers, school communities, to let them know that the whole community is there for them and there to help them achieve the near impossible, I suppose you could almost say. That's how it feels. You can hear the video. That's fantastic. Thank you, Franklin. That means a lot. I think we'll get the show on the road. I know my colleague Malumba is very keen that I do that. Because we're here today on a cardboard pyramid stage. Oh, it works. Does it work? I don't know. I've got no idea, because I was supposed to be here with Sandra Godley, and because the whole system's reset, I've lost her microphone. This is something called a virtual stage. I don't know if that interests you particularly. I can kind of click in here and zoom in like that. So we've got a little bit of control. I'd like to say we're cooking on gas. I was up till 2 o'clock getting this working last night, and it did work last night. In that box up there, we should be seeing Sandra Godley. Sandra, if you've still got your link, could you click again and come in again, or send me a message, because I'm a bit confused why that's not worked. It should work. And that's unfortunate. But today I'd just like to say thanks to you, everybody who's ever bought a lottery ticket or paid their tax, because we're here thanks to funding from the Department of Digital Culture, Media and Sport, Arts Council England, and we are here for culture as a result of that. And that's what this is about: art and culture for our children, for our communities, and for our country, to help our kids learn the skills they're going to need to make some money, make friends, or make the world a better place. And we're here as the guests of Joseph Cash Primary School, who have been incredibly generous to us. So today we've got a fantastic lineup. I can see that the Franklin Lopez Daryl Wakelam fan club is in the house. We are going to have to shuffle around here because we're supposed to be going live to Russia at 11. We're going to have to push those guys back. Now, I think Malumba, our production manager, can hear me. I'm going to have to repatch because we had a massive system failure last night. All our power went out, and it took our computers and all the systems down. And I was up quite late with tech support from Sam, who's a vMix tech support guy in Telford, and a guy from LA the other night. This is just so complex, and I'll show you the tech later on if you're interested. So the way I think we're going to have to run this now, and this is actually me talking to Malumba in our production office, which is just around the corner in his house. It's currently 11:15. We were due to hear from the Art and Culture Minister early at 10:30, so we're going to come back to that because I don't want to rush that, and I don't want to rush Sandra Godley. So I think what we'll have to do is we'll try and get Daryl on immediately, because I know Daryl's got half an hour. So we'll get Daryl on now, as soon as we possibly can, to do the cardboard workshop. We will then do the announcement from Karen Dinage, who's very generous. She's at home at the moment and she's very aware of what's going on. You can believe that. And she was telling me that there's somebody cutting their hedge next door. She wanted to actually, she's doing a video call. Obviously, nobody's traveling due to COVID restrictions. I know Caroline wanted to do it in her garden. It's a beautiful morning down there in Gosport where she's the MP. And somebody's cutting their hedge. It's always the way, isn't it? It's, oh, hello. Hang on, we can't hear you because now there's a good reason why we can't hear you because I've just had some tech support. Hang on a second, Sandra Godley. Oh, this is looking like it's working now. So I'm going to get Daryl a so which one are you on? Oh my goodness. So you think it's all easy. You're a BBC type, you see. You think it's all easy, and I've just got to click up
I'm just
here.
touching my nose as well.
Oh, Sandra. So this is where it's really awkward for you because you've just got to sit there looking pretty while idiot me has to find where your audio's gone. There's Sandra. So oh, that's a bit annoying. That should talk. Have you got your microphone muted, Sandra? Because everything here should work.
Yeah,
I hope you have.
Everything should be fine.
No, it's a fairly simple app, isn't it? You haven't got your mic muted.
No.
Or maybe everybody can hear you and I can't, because I can't hear anything of the program at the moment. Can you tell me if you can? Oh, you can hear Sandra. Okay, they can hear you and I can't, Sandra. The problem is my end, and I'm going to have to get my tech guy back onto this because I don't know why I'm not hearing anything. It might be because I muted the wrong channel out here. I've got 15-channel audio mixer here. Let's have a look. 1, 2. Why aren't I hearing anything in my headphones? Okay, I'm so sorry about this. Okay, so Mulumbi just gonna have to chill out. I'm really sorry. You can hear her and I can't, so I can't have a conversation with somebody if I can't hear them, can I? It's a bit tricky. I can't hear anything in my headphones. I can't hear anything in my headphones.
Hello.
Okay, that's my call to my tech guy. Let's make sure my headphones are plugged in. They're plugged in. I've got this big long lead here. That goes into there. Is it because I muted something here? Is it that? 1, 2. It is that. Okay. Okay, I'll press the mute button because I had... Okay, so this is how it works, right? You know you have all that feedback. I thought if I mute the headphones, that will stop that. Yeah. Sandra.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Yay!
How do you do this every day at the BBC? How do you do
just
this?
Keep smiling.
You just keep smiling.
And lots of lipstick.
Do you know what I mean? This is just so hard, isn't it?
Well done. Well done.
I'm cooking on gas now, so I've got some buttons here on a little box. And if I press it like that, it fades. If I press it like that, it
make
cuts.
Coventry famous.
Oh.
Well, I thank you for that. That's.
Oh, I know what that is. Brilliant. Okay, so that's.
I grew up not far from where you would go to school. I went to school not far from where you are.
This is crazy,
See,
isn't it?
anything can be achieved if you try hard.
Because that's on autoplay.
These are difficult times, and I know it's hard.
This is the sound of Pete Waterman. You can't keep out of it.
Maybe you'll get your own wall of fame.
Sorry, Sandra. I'm going to stop
Thank you,
that.
Joseph Cash Primary School.
It shouldn't replay. Sandra, can you
Yes.
still hear me? Can you just talk so I don't have to say anything?
I can hear you.
Tell everybody about
Definitely.
Coventry while I work this out.
Coventry is such an amazing place. It's wow, the incredible people and the diverse people that are based here make the city so exciting. Not only do we have a brilliant university, which makes the city come even more alive because it's just great. People from all over the world that travel to come and be in our city for a few years. It's incredible. So you can meet people from everywhere, every corner of the world, and that's what makes it exciting. So that, and then our wonderful historic cathedral, which is beyond explanation. It's a place of peace and reconciliation, which everyone knows about, but it is just a brilliant place to be. Do you know, the cathedral has been my go-to place for times when I've been really happy. Definitely a place to go to when life feels challenging. You just want a quiet space just to reflect and just deal with that stuff. But yeah, amazing. It's beautiful.
Hello, Joseph Cash Primary School.
And led by a brilliant team there at the cathedral who are incredibly creative with the events that they hold there. And back in the day, I used to run the events there at Coventry Cathedral. So it has a really special place. And the ruins, whoa! You have got to come down and take some time and walk around the cathedral ruins. It is stunning, beautiful, and remains there, obviously, since the war without a roof. But it's a place you'll stand in the middle of and just look at the walls and everything that's I guess takes you on that journey of what people had to go through to survive those bombings. And it's a very special place. You do feel different once you've walked up the steps, enjoyed the space, and then leave it. You take away something with you really special. Anyway, yeah, and lots of development going on in Coventry because, of course, we're ramping up to the City of Culture, which we will become in May this year. We won the award to become the next City of Culture. So the city is changing before our eyes. It's been done up in a nice way, and lots of changes. Structural changes to enhance the beauty of what was already there. But like I've said before, it's the people. It's the people. They're all incredible. We've got people who came as refugees. We've got people who built their businesses here. We've got new businesses coming in. And one person to really look out for is a lovely lady called Trish Willett. She's the Coventry Bid Director. She's the woman that brings in a lot of, well, all our brilliant retail into the city. So it's been tough, of course it has, and we've lost a few businesses, but I'm telling you what, I know there's a plan to bring in lots more fantastic names that everyone will know into our city. And we are rebuilding, like everyone has to during this lockdown. So stay with us, come and visit us when you can, and enjoy the atmosphere. You'll find me on radio doing my thing, but always championing this incredible city. Not just about our young people who are amazing. Crikey, you'll see some of those today and tomorrow, and you definitely would have seen some of them yesterday. And also, we've got just a history with us that keeps us firmly rooted, I think, in society. Level-headed people, but exciting people. And we attract the likes of this crazy man called Nick. Come and do this thing here.
I don't know if I can take another 2 days of this. This is taking years off me. As I say, I wonder how you guys do it every single day. And I guess it's because you've got more than one dad doing his best, really, isn't it?
I know, and we're all appreciating what you're doing. Absolutely. You know, I'm not a techie person, but I watch and I know the hard work of what happens when things, I'm not even going to say go wrong, they just challenge you. But we're all here. We've all got something to say, and we're right behind you. So we're ready to go. Ready to go.
Well, that's great to hear. That really is, and I appreciate your support and your words. I've actually just heard Caroline Dinage has actually gone in the house to film her, to do her call with us. So yeah. I'm just going to set that up with the Department of Digital, Culture, Media and Sport. And if they can't sort this out, nobody can. And then straight after that, we're going to go to Daryl. So we're half an hour late. So Daryl will be at 11. I need to send him a new video link. Daryl will be 11 till 11:30. Then 11:30, we're going live and direct to Russia, to a chap called Tyron Carbordia, who I was introduced to by DJ Chris Tofu, who's a festival legend. They are going to spend an hour making things with our audience for a massive cardboard parade at 5 o'clock on Zoom. So we want everybody now grabbing their cardboard, their sticky tape, their scissors. Daryl is going to show how he made this amazing model which inspired us to do this with Coventry Cathedral. So that's the inspiration for that. He's doing that, as I say, that will be just about 11. I am playing for time because I just need to connect with the Department of Digital, Culture, Media and Sport. I mean, to get a minister to support this is phenomenal.
Yes, it is.
And I don't want to keep her waiting any longer. So I hope Daryl understands that. We've actually got Daryl's fan club here. We've got Fid77. She's putting lots of little emojis up. So there's a lovely little smiley from her. She's a lovely Coventry teacher. Miss B teaches. Look at this. This is the Daryl Wakeland fan club. I'm going to get lynched if I don't get him on much quicker than this, I must admit. And Franklin's got the old little cat emoji there. So Sandra,
yes,
just do me one favor. You play a very important role in the community in and out of your day job. And the other Saturday morning, I was lying in bed and I thought, how are we going to make this work? Because it's only 2 weeks away and you can't plan anything at the moment with COVID and the regulations and the government juggling all that. And I put the radio on and I heard you, and I called your studio, and then I was on the next morning. And just tell everybody about that adventure, but more importantly, the role that you and your colleagues at BBC Local Radio play across the country. Because I think you can press that. Yeah, just do that for me.
Yeah, it's just a brilliant privilege to be able to promote, to talk about, to give platforms to brilliant local people to tell their stories. And you know, we have great campaigns with our radio station to help people make a difference. And that's a platform where people just tell their stories, they get on board. Some of these stories are absolutely tragic, just people journeying through lockdown. But then the other side is that where people are just creatively making a difference. And there have been some fun moments with small children doing campaigning and fundraising, right through to, you know, older people who are just doing their things. You know, we've got lots of versions of Sir Tom in Coventry, people who are just doing their thing. So what am I? I'm just a voice that is able to just talk about that and promote it, but it is really exciting. And we've still got time to keep doing this. We're going to get through this together, but creativity is at the fore of all that we do. And I think a lot of people have realized, actually, I'm digging out my creativity and I'm going to shine as much as I can do and help as much as we can. So many people are hurting, of course. And so we extend our hands out to those people, but also do a kind of, you know, whoop whoop for those who are in a different place and are able to lead us on. So yeah, all of this journey together. But speaking to you that morning, you know, it's just so nice to do what we do, promote people. And with your help, we can carry on doing that.
Well, thank you so much. I think a really important thing for me was the way that you bring all sorts of arts and culture people into the show as well, don't you? That's a very important thing. And we're going to be hearing, hopefully, from some of those people today. But I'm delighted to say, Sandra, that I've just heard from Department of Digital, Culture, Media and Sport that the Minister is available to address us now.
Right.
So do you mind if we go to that? Okay,
yeah,
just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the microphone working. We're sure the video is going to be fine. Is the Minister prepared to do this? Well, that's the spirit, isn't it? That's the British spirit. Let's give it a go. Let's see. Good fingers crossed, Sandra. From Gosport.
Such a great privilege to be invited to speak to you all today. I have absolutely no doubt that this 3-day community art festival will showcase all that's possible when creative industries work with schools and local communities to inspire, to enlighten, and to motivate despite these really difficult times. And at times like these, maintaining our creativity is such a key thing, particularly for children, as it gives them a space to express themselves and to continue to grow. The government's unprecedented £1.5 billion Cultural Recovery Fund is the biggest ever cash injection into UK arts and culture and is being distributed right across the cultural ecosystem. So I'm delighted this fund has helped to progress your plans in delivering to your communities throughout lockdown. By collaborating with and sharing experiences with arts and education organisations across the country, grassroots community engagement is helping and supporting the rebirth of the arts and culture scene right across the UK. With your passion and your drive for that strong local engagement, I look forward to seeing how your future plans will be the key stepping stones to enable the cultural sector to grow. Now, Coventry Libraries are also set for an amazing City of Culture year with a whole host of new activities and events for children and families. They provide a range of cultural activities in a safe environment to assist development, education, and entertainment. And finally, I want to mention the fantastic year of events we have in 2022. And this all springs, of course, from Coventry's year as the City of Culture, leading on to the Birmingham Commonwealth Games, the Platinum Jubilee, and Festival UK 2022. These and many other events will create an outstanding year, celebrating our creativity and our brilliant communities. And it all starts right here in Coventry. I want to thank the lovely organisers of Coventry 21 Community Art Festival and all those participating in this week's events for all your wonderful effort and great hard work. I hope you all have a fantastic time.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Such a great.
So amazing.
So fantastic there to, I think someone's just ringing me to say that I couldn't hear anything. I've took my microphone off to hear the minister speak there, so I'm back on live now. Can you hear me, Cassandra?
Yes, I can.
You
Wasn't
can.
that an amazing speech from her? You know, we welcome that here in Coventry. It's my privilege to be able to welcome. This is a key point for us, a key turning point in our city. Even now, before the City of Culture happens in May, to hear her inspiration, to hear her encouragement, to hear her interest in what we're doing in Coventry is absolutely outstanding. So for me, this has been a wonderful opportunity to say thank you to her on behalf of all of us here in Coventry and for just supporting us, to putting her name to this, to endorse it. And, you know, we've got a great future together. We've got events galore planned. And with your help, Nick, this thing is going to move and move and move. I don't think anybody should feel that they're excluded from all these celebrations and opportunities. The kids are buzzing. I know there's loads of kids that are going to be joining with the things today. It involves everybody and everyone's art and everyone's culture. All that you have is all that we want. So thank you to Caroline there. Wasn't that amazing?
Thank you, Sandra. Go on.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant.
I think the thing for me is it's very important to point out for us particularly, we're not about party politics. We've got to keep the politics out of this, because politics seems to become this binary argument between that and that, which is so often just extremes. And we've got to hashtag that 80% that we've got in common, and that's coming together and community, and that's what you embody. We've been grateful. Matt Hancock supported us 2 years ago when he was culture minister. In fact, my T-shirt is inspired by the Damien Hirst spin painting on the back of his desk. That's another story. We've had support from Tracy Brabin, who I know was the shadow culture minister. She's now standing for the mayor of Yorkshire. We've had support from Sharon Hodgson in Sunderland. We've had support from the Liberal Democrats. We are about campaigning for, inspiring and actioning the creativity that our communities, our children and our country need. And that's what we need, so our kids can have something to look forward to, so that we can come together as one. And it's meeting people like Sandra here, hearing from people like Caroline there, that makes me feel confident that we can come together and that art will connect us all eventually. I'm trying to get Darren on here now. So Sandra, if you just give us a few more words, and we'll get Darren hooked in, and we'll carry on with the show.
Yeah. Well, I guess I just want to challenge everybody, inspired by the message from Caroline. I mean, what does that make you think? It makes me think I want to go back and think about what else can I do? You know, we have a rich heritage. You've got heritage in you with the things that you've gone through, that life has taught you, that life has challenged you with, the celebrations in your life. All of this makes you a unique, amazing person. Now, what can you contribute during the year? And it doesn't have to be something that's on a massive platform. It's just writing to someone you haven't seen for a while, or just taking somebody out for a coffee when we're allowed. But there are so many things that we can do. It's about hugging our kids a little bit more, isn't it? It's about saying some really brilliant words of inspiration to our parents, you know, cheering them on, thanking them for the good work that they're doing in our lives. And they have done good work, even though sometimes it might have been challenging. Look outside the box. Look outside your window today. Who's walking past your house that might just need a little wave? It's that kind of stuff that I think Nick would endorse. We are here. We don't know how long for. I'm not trying to be morbid, but let's live the best life that we can. And creativity is the key with that, because you were born to be creative. No matter how old you are, where you are in life, you've got something in you to give away. And that's my challenge. Give something away today.
Well, you just reminded me there, Sandra, actually, because hanging up in my tree at the front is a disco marble. How cool was that? How many people can reach up and just grab a disco marble quite like that?
Nick, I thought that was one of my earrings.
Sorry?
I thought that was one of my earrings.
So it's one of your earrings. Well, you are a bit of a disco soul diva, aren't you? So let's be quite clear. Tonight, we are going to have a disco under what I'm calling the hashtag Disco Tree 21. We are giving away 20 disco mirror balls for people to hang in their communities all over the country, to do what Kylie Minogue said on BBC Local Radio in the Make a Difference Champions, to shine a light in the darkness as we come out of COVID, because we are coming out of COVID now. It is shining a light in the world. And we're going to have a party under a disco marble here, there, absolutely everywhere. And I know that you're a bit of a soul diva, aren't you, in your previous life?
Yeah. I'm still singing and stuff, but absolutely soul, disco, pop. I'm into all that. You'll see me shaking the thing, well, slowly, as much as I can do. Yeah, I love it. Let's get out and do some dancing. Brilliant.
Well, I heard Helen Nelson, who's the head teacher from Joseph Cash Primary. There she is, up over there. Woo. And you and her made a bet to wear your glitziest disco gear tonight. I think you did. I think you did.
No.
And we're going to get everybody dancing on green screens, because I'm only in front of a green screen and every other people can just come in. We can press the buttons and put them on the dance floor of our cathedral, which I'll show you now. This is the cathedral that we've built. Let's see if this works. I hope you can all still hear me. But that is the cathedral that we've built. We're there on the stage at the front. We've got Sandra there. We've got video screens. We've got a stage set up. We're going to put a mirror ball above that, and we want everybody to come in tonight. At 8 o'clock, we've got a young lad called Callum, who's a local DJ. I think he's about 14 or so, and Sandra helped us find him. So I can see Daryl Wakelam. Daryl Wakelam is logged on. We'll come on to him in technology in a minute, but Darren's on standby, which is good. So we're 2 minutes away from Daryl, the Daryl fan club. Oh, Fid saying go Helen. So Fid must be a friend of Helen's. So it's head teachers that let people like me come and do things like this in their school that are just to be celebrated. We call them Brave School Leaders. I was in Sunderland a few years ago, and a head teacher there had the most creative school, Stephen Williamson, who's now moved on, Northern Saints Primary. And I said, how do you do all this creativity with the pressure on the curriculum? And he said, Ofsted are clear. They value creativity because they know it helps kids learn and achieve in life. And it takes a brave leader. And school leaders like Helen Nelson here, like Flora Cooper in Oxford, like Gary Spracklen in Dorchester, like Chris Dyson in Leeds, like Simon Kidwell in Cheshire, like David Waring in Cheshire West, are the leaders we need in our schools. People like Lee Hill up there in Yorkshire. These are the people who need to be listening to their children and empowering their kids to be their absolute best. And talking about empowering kids to be their absolute best, I might have to put my glasses. I'll tell you what, it's not very easy talking and doing stuff, but we are seconds away from the legend that is Daryl Wakelam, and I can just feel Twitter going woohoo. Let's get some shouts outs for Daryl. Come on, everybody. if I can get Daryl up on the screen, it's going to be a minor miracle, as I'm sure he'll agree. Let's have a look. There we go. Daryl's just rolling around laughing. I know he is, because he just doesn't touch the tech. It's taken me a year to get him on flipping Twitter at all, to be honest. And there he is, right up there in the corner. Can you hear us, Daryl? Okay, we can't hear you because I haven't patched your audio. And hang on a sec, because I just had to. So we've got him, and we can't hear him. Oh no! Oh no! Let's have a go. Daryl, speak to us. Speak. Oh, Daryl, say something. Oh, you're going to move your mouth. Why can't turn your mic? Have you got? Oh, is it this one? Daryl.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Daryl Wakelam is in the house in a cardboard. We can hear you. Yes. Go.
I need to have a word. I've not had my breakfast yet. I need to go and have some breakfast. Can we do it in about another half an hour?
Sandra, I'll come back to you in about half an hour or something. We're here now live with Daryl. Thanks, hon. Daryl, hang on.
Hello,
what's
hello.
happened here? Are you pretending you can't hear us? You are wind up, mate. I tell you, don't do that.
Right, are you ready for this?
We are ready for this. Are we ready for this?
Fantastic. All right, how long have I got?
Half an hour.
Half an hour. Wow, half an hour. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of cardboard sculpture. What a surprise. And if you've got some stuff around or you want to go and grab something, you can. I'm going to be using just a pair of scissors, some masking tape, and also I've got some cardboard tubes here, and you'll need something to attach these to. I've got a piece of cardboard here. You can use a bit of a box or a bit of a cereal box, anything like that. And we are going to build a fabulous rocket. I know Nick likes his rockets, so we're going to have a little go at doing that. And I'm going to do a bit of painting and a bit of paper mache on it too. You don't have to do that. You can just make the first part of it and save it till later. If that's what you want to do. Okay, so here I have a couple of tubes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop them in half lengthways. So I'm going to get my scissors and just give them a quick chop. I'm not going to measure these because I want some different sizes. So there's different pieces I've got here, and I'm going to do the same with the other one, like that. There we go. And then I'm going to choose one of these pieces that's a little bit larger. Let's take that one. And I'm going to start to build the back end of the rocket, so the wider part of the rocket. So I've got a bit of tape here, and I'm just going to attach that onto the background, give it a little scratch down with my fingernails. So I'll hold that up so you can see it. So attached on like that. Okay, and make sure that's fixed down. Now, obviously, we want our rocket to get a little bit smaller as it goes to the one end. So I don't know whether you can see that. I've drawn myself a line. So I've just drawn a pencil line down. You can obviously guess that, but I've got a pencil line drawn down, and I'm going to try and attach some more of the tubes so they get gradually smaller as they go down. So I've got the next one here. I'll give that a chop, make it a little smaller. Now, there's a little trick to this. Before I attach this one on, I'm going to snip along the edge of it like this, so that it can be opened out. So we're going to open it out like that, okay? And then that will join it onto the other one. So again, I'll hold this up in a second so that you can see. I'm just going to attach it both sides. There we go. So it almost forms like a little skirt that joins onto the one below. You can add a little bit of tape on there to fix it into place. Let's have a little go at that, like that. Okay, so again, I'm going to give this tape a little scratch down, make sure it's all nice and strong and it isn't going to come undone. Okay, so then we want another one, so we're going to take another piece. The two pieces I've got here are a little bit big, so I'm going to chop them and make those a little bit smaller. So we'll go straight down like that. Okay, I'm going to do the same trick again. So I'm going to take that one and I'm going to cut some little snips across the bottom, open it up there, okay, like little branches coming out, and we'll do the same thing again. We'll attach that one on, fix that either side. I'm not too worried about how messy the tape looks at the moment, as long as it's strong enough and it's not going to come undone. So let's have a little look at that. There we go. So that's getting gradually smaller as it goes up. I think that one's a little bit too long, so I'm just going to chop that down a tiny bit like that. Okay, so there we go. All right, so we've now got our 3 sections. So now we want the little end part here. We want a little cone, a little point on the top of it. So I've got a bit of my tube left over there. I'm going to chop out a triangle, but obviously because the tube is curved, it's going to be a bit more of a cone shape like the one you've got there. There we go. And to make it fit a bit better, I'm going to cut a little edge around it. So it's kind of rounded across the top like that. Almost like a little ice cream cone if I hold that up. Yeah. And then we'll fix that one to the top of that final tube. So we'll just push that together a little bit, attach that on, and again I'll hold that up so you can see it. Let's have a look. Okay, I'll hold that a bit closer. So we've got the little cone shape on the top, and we've got our 3 sections coming down the side like that. Now sometimes if you've got a pencil handy, you don't have to do this now. If you've got a pencil handy, sometimes it works better if you scratch the tape into all the little spaces like that, and I'm going to just scribble on top of it a bit so I can make sure it's all sticking down properly. You can see that there. Okay, right, so we've got our basic shape of the rocket. We need to put some little flight shapes on the bottom side of it here. So again, got some bits of the tube left over. I'm going to make that one a little smaller so it's sort of like that. Yeah, and then I'm going to cut some little flight shapes off. Now I want these to be the same as each other, so almost symmetrical. So if I put 2 bits of tube together, so I've got that piece and that piece, I'm going to place them together, and I'm just going to cut a little corner off them. If you imagine like the flight on the back of a dart that you would throw, you can see that. That's kind of the shape we're looking for. But that curve really helps it to make it look a bit more 3D. So if I attach one of them on first, I'll show you. If I attach one there, it doesn't matter if it's fixed to the background as well. We'll do that too. Give that a little push together. So you can see like that. So I've joined it to the tube and also back onto the base. And the other one that was symmetrical, I'm going to do on the opposite side like that. So we'll take another bit of tape, join that on. There we go. Fantastic. Like that. Okay, so then we've got those 2 flight shapes attached. Let's hold that up again. There we go. Okay, so you've got those 2 either side, but also I'm going to make one in the center. So while I'm holding that up, I'll try and show you. It's not easy being left-handed. I'll cut that there, and I'm going to open a little section of that out. So what I've done is just cut 2 slits and just pulled that section up, and I'm going to drop the other flight piece in there. So we've got another piece of tube here. Let's use this one. I'm going to grab those again, cut them a bit of an angle. Let's do that. So again, what I've done, taken a bit of the tube, cut it at an angle. I'm going to join that together, and then that's going to slot into this shape here. All right, so it looks like part of the back of the rocket like that. So I reckon if we get a bit of tape, I might just trim that down a little bit more, get a bit of tape and attach that on. There we go. Right, so let's have a little look at that. Okay, so now we've got that part of the rocket at the bottom as well. Give that a little push down, make sure that's nice and strong. Okay, and then we just need some little sort of booster rockets right at the back there. So I've got a couple of leftover pieces here. I'll try and use up some of the stuff I've got. So these are the bits I've just chopped off that we haven't used yet. So I think we'll use those to try and make the shape of the rocket part at the back. You almost want it to look a little bit like just 2 extra tube shapes sticking out the very back of the rocket. So I'll give that a bit of a squeeze together I'll show you this in a second. We'll squeeze that together and join it. Okay, so there's one. You can just see it underneath that little tail bit there. I'm going to put another one next to it, just again, sort of symmetrically, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's have a go. Push that in a little bit. There we go. Give that a little squeeze together. Okay, right, so there's your two little booster rocket shapes at the back. So you can sort of see that starting to take shape. You can add other things onto this to make it a little bit more three-dimensional. You could use, for example, could use a bit of corrugated card. You can see that. Sometimes what I do is peel the surface off just a normal piece of box card. And obviously underneath, you're going to get that lovely corrugated pattern. So you could use a little bit of that as a texture. You could use some straws. Got some straws here. You could even use some bits of spaghetti, something like that. Yeah, something that's quite strong and got a nice shape to it. I'm going to use a little bit of this straw, I think, just to stick on. If you haven't got anything with you at the moment, one of the easiest ways to do this is if you take a piece of tape and give it a little twist, almost trying to make a lace out of it, like that. I'm going to rub that in my hands. You'll hear it sticking to my hands as I do. And that gives you a little sort of tube shape as well. So if I wanted to, I could use that. I'm going to pop that on the rocket like that. I'll show you this just to show you what I mean. Not only does it make it more 3D, but it adds a bit of structure and a bit of strength to it. So I've stuck that piece down the ridge that's coming down that bit of the flight there. I'll put a more obvious one on actually so that you can see it a bit better. Let's roll the tape up. Give that a bit of a roll like that again. So there we've got a nice little shape. Let's put it across the rocket so that you can see it a bit better. But as I say, you could use lots of things for this. I mean, you could use some pieces of wire. You could roll up some tin foil. If you've got some tin foil in your kitchen, you could make little kind of worm shapes out of that and use them. Right, so that goes across there. Yeah, that's a little bit easier to see. So you can see the line that's now running across here. I also want to put a little point on the very top of the rocket. So for that one, I am going to use a bit of the straw, I think, for this, just to show you. So we'll chop a piece off. There's a little piece of the straw. Let's give that a cut so it's going into a nice point. And we can put that right at the very, very top of the rocket. So it's got a nice little point at the top like that. Let's have a look at that. Right, okay. So you can see where I've put that just at the top of the cone piece there. Okay. So we've got most of our pieces on. What I always do, and I always do this with children, is just have a little double check before we go on to the next bit that everything's stuck down as strong as you want it to be. So I'm going to do the same here. I'm just going to check. There's a little bit there that's a bit wobbly. Let's put a bit of tape on that. Okay, now a lot of people will have seen either me doing stuff like this or lots and lots of other artists doing paper mache on things. You could easily paper mache that now, leave it to dry, and then paint it. Okay, you don't have to have fancy materials. You could use kitchen roll to paper mache it with. You could use some wrapping tissue, the kind of stuff you get wrapped around flowers. I'm not even going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some paint on this straight away. I'm going to whack some paint on it in a minute. If you wanted it to be a little bit stronger, you could mix a bit of glue in with your paint or have a little pot of glue that you could keep dipping in and painting over the top. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use some paint. So I've got a little tray of paints here. Let's get rid of the tape for a minute. And I've got a brush and some water. Let's get that a bit closer. Right, so with paints, I've got a mixture here. I've got some normal watercolour paints like you'd have at school, squeezy paints. You could use the little tins. I've also got a little bit of acrylic because on this I want to make things stand out a little bit more. If you haven't got acrylic, you could always get a little pot of emulsion, like a little match pot. You know, those little small tester pots they sell, you could grab one of those. So I'm going to mix up a kind of silvery colour here, first of all. What a surprise. So I'm going to take a bit of grey, a bit of black, a bit of white, mix it together. Let's have a look what we've got. That's nice. And I'm just going to pop that paint all over. I'm not going to worry too much about the background. because we're going to do something with that in a moment. So we'll pop that on. Don't know if everyone can see that. Let's put a bit more white in that. There we go. And you don't have to have a regular sort of color on this. You can make it more patchy. So if I wanted to, I could get a bit more black on my brush like this and make that section of the rocket a little bit darker. You can also do little tricks. So if I take my brush upside down and scratch back into that, then that creates a texture. Oops, let's get it in the right place so you can see. Yeah, so that creates a texture on the surface like that. Let's go back to my grey again. Make that a little bit lighter. That's it. Get it in all those spaces. Okay, now you don't have to do sort of silvery grey colours. Obviously, you can do whatever you choose. So you could brighten it up. Could just add a bit of colour to it. So if I take a bit of red, I'm not going to wash my brush out. I'm just going to take a bit of red. That's got some of the grey colour mixed in with it, but we'll see what happens to it. That's quite nice. There we go. So sort of making it up as I go along, really, this. There we go. While I've got that nice glowy sort of red colour, I might put a bit of that down on the ends of the rocket. Why not? Let's make that look, it's coming out of the bottom like that. We can see that. Okay, super job. Okay, let's give that a bit of a wash out.
It's interesting, Darryl. You're very much into creating these sort of dioramas, aren't you, and 3D pictures. Is there a particular reason for that style?
Yeah, there is actually, Nick. Well, there's various reasons. The first one is the strength, because if I was building this as a 3D rocket that was standing on its own, then it would keep toppling over, or the cardboard would keep coming undone. And obviously children get very frustrated with things very quickly. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason is when you make stuff for schools like I do, it's very difficult to display things that are all made three-dimensionally, because there isn't the space, there isn't shelving, there isn't the place to hang things, and also sometimes there can be a fire hazard and all of that. So if you make something that's attached to a background, it makes it a lot easier for the teachers to display in just the regular way they would a normal kind of piece of 2D work as well. So yeah, so that's the main reasons. It just gives it a lot of strength. I mean, this now already, there's no glue on this, but this isn't going anywhere. And when we've done the last stage to it, that'll actually seal it down. You could even go over it with some watered down PVA, make it stronger, and then it would last even longer as well, you know. Just depends on how long you want it. I'm going to get a slightly smaller brush, and I'm just going to put a few details on this before I do the next thing. So
I think
lots of rockets.
I think that's one of the things I think that's what a lot of people really love about your work. It goes from a very crude, raw cardboard level through these various transitions, and it's suddenly very fine, isn't it? And it's lovely because that's accessible at every level to a child, because at every point it's a finished piece of work, isn't it?
This is the thing. If you just made the first 3 stages of this with just the tubes, that's enough. If you've got a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, and they just want to paint something and paint some planets in the background, then you leave it at that, you know. If you wanted to do this with someone who was, you know, a sixth form student, then you could do one of these that was 3 times the size and that was incredibly complex, you know, covered with different textures. It's totally dependable on what you want to do. But to me, a lot of these techniques have come about from success and failure. They're not things I was taught. They're things that I've done for years, and they either work or they don't work. And that's how you learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see I'm just popping some, you know, rockets have quite often got stripes and geometric patterns. I'm not even sure why. That's a great question that someone can find out for me, is why rockets are the kind of shapes and colours they are, because I don't actually know that. So there you go. Right. So we can see that starting to come together. Have we got time to do some paper mache, Nick, on this as well?
Yeah, go for it. We're just setting up. We've got Tyron Carbordia on standby.
Yeah.
All his colleagues in Russia. I know he's ready. He's just looking for a few more boxes and a few more bits of card. And we have actually got a Zoom room. So if anybody out there wants to come in a fan club with you, they can. Okay, right. Fair enough.
Right. So what I'm going to do, I'll do part of this. I might not get time to do it all, but I'll do part of it. So I could just paint the background. I'm not going to do that. I want to hide the bits of masking tape that you can see that are around the edge. So I've got some black tissue paper here. I've chopped it up into pieces, and I've just got some watered down glue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the background. Obviously, you could wait for this to dry and it would be easier. I'm not going to bother doing that. But when I get my tissue paper, then I'm going to put it right up against the rocket so it hides the masking tape that we used to build it with. And then we can mache over the top of it. Now, all of that glue, I'm sure lots of people will know, will disappear and this background will go completely black. So although it looks a little bit splashy and a little bit messy at the moment, it won't be, because when it dries, all of that will disappear. So I'm trying to put my paper right up to the edge, give it a stick down. It doesn't even matter if it wrinkles up a little bit. That's absolutely fine. So we've got some easier bits here, so I can go a bit quicker. We'll put some flatter pieces around the edge. Sure you can just about see what I'm doing there. So I'm going to glue over those. I've got another tricky bit here where the flights are, so I'm just going to pop that in there. And if it goes inside, that's okay. We'll push that down inside like that. Okay, I'll do a little bit more of this, and then I'll just show you one last quick technique. And then what I'll do is I'll try and finish this off, Nick, in the next kind of 10 or 15 minutes, and I will grab a photo of it and send it off to you, if you like.
Fantastic, yeah.
Does that work? Is that all right?
Absolutely. You could always just call in. I mean, if anybody wants to call in, you could pop back. I know you've got a busy day. And there's just so everybody knows, over in the top corner over there, we've got the Zoom room. So if anybody wants to pop on there, Miss B teaches. If you want to come on quickly, jump in the Zoom room now, and you can have a quick chat with Darren if you want to. So Miss B teaches. Goodness me, I bet you don't wake up in the morning looking at that. Miss B teaches. But you'd be very welcome in our Zoom room. Come and have a chat with Darren. Let's see if we can actually get this working. I don't know if the audio is going to work from Zoom, but one way of finding out.
This is the story of your mornings, Nick, I think.
Well, we aim high, Darryl. We've got to inspire our kids not to fear failure. I don't think I've ever been quite so. Well, I actually did the first ever website for Microsoft on the MSN, Microsoft Network, in 1995. And I had two programmers who abandoned me, and I had to literally learn how to do HTML and code a whole website overnight.
Oh, brilliant. That's called being creative, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's just being a daredevil, to be honest, but it's all good. So you're up for a bit of a disco tonight then, Darryl? We've got this mirror ball. We're going to get a DJ going.
Oh, if I tell you that my dance moves aren't quite as good as my art skills, Nick, I don't think you'll be surprised to hear that, I would imagine. I think when I was about 9 or 10, dancing involved jumping up and down, spitting at other people, as I was born in the late 60s. So I was around when punk was happening. So the dance moves weren't what they might be now. Right, okay, let's have a little look at that. So you can see how that's working. Have I got time to show one very quick paint technique, Nick? It will take me about 30 seconds.
Yeah, go for it. There's something really weird. There's a massive delay between you talking and me seeing you.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm quite baffled. Am I talking? I'm doing things in real time. It's like a really big delay. I wonder why that is. Because you're still painting something now on the screen.
No, I'm paper macheing.
You're paper
I'm still
mashing.
paper mashing.
There's a 10-minute delay then. So you're laughing and I'm not saying anything. Oh, you are paper mashing. Okay.
I am.
Do me a favour and just touch your nose and let's see what the delay is.
There you go. Done.
Okay. You haven't done it yet. You haven't done it yet. You haven't done it yet. You put the picture down. Still haven't touched your nose. There's a massive delay on.
Strange.
Oh my goodness, that's
Right.
very confusing.
Very confusing. Right, I'm going to do this last little bit anyway. So I'm going to switch back to my paints. I'm going to grab the wrong end of my paintbrush. This is quite a small one, and I'm going to dip it in the white paint. Again, this would be better if I left it to dry, but I'm going to pop some little stars on here. So as the paint runs out, as less of it is on your tip of your brush, then you get smaller stars. So you can see like that. So I'll do a few of those the other side as well. It's a little bit wet there, but that's okay. Right, let's have a little look at that. Okay, and I might use the right end of my brush just to put a few little highlights on the rocket. So we'll just make it have a little bit of shine on it. So almost like you're just doing, let's see if we can see that properly. Just doing some little highlights down one side, just to make that look a little bit more shiny. Let's have a go. There we go. Right. That looks pretty good. Okay. Let's see which way we turn that around. Let's go that way. There we go.
So you're still mashing on the screen. This is so weird.
Are you still catching up with me?
Yes, I don't know what's happened because you're talking in real time. Well, I know I'm talking in real time and you're replying in real time. But on my screen, what you're doing, you've now holding your narrow little paintbrush up. That's what.
Oh, right. Seconds. Yeah. So that's a good sort of 2 or 3 minutes back, isn't it?
I'm asking my tech guy what that's all about.
Right, do you want me to carry on with this and I'll leave you to it, or shall I just carry
I think it's best if we leave it there, Daryl, for a moment.
Okay.
I was hoping we're going to get a few people in from your fan club. So we've got Miss B Teachers, and FID77. They seem to have had a lovely time. Any thoughts? What Daryl's done for you this morning? Any thoughts about Daryl's work? The rocket is looking amazing, she says, which is great. So that's a lovely little comment there from Miss B Teachers. What else have we got? Any more comments? Any messages going out to Daryl? You guys are in schools all day. Daryl's had a very tough year, like most artists, relying on school visits and getting the work in. So I know he's had a pretty tough year. What's happening on that, Daryl, for you?
Well, fingers crossed. It's a little bit like Groundhog Day for me, but yeah, fingers crossed that all of the things that should have happened, or most of them, have been rescheduled like they were once again last year. And so after Easter, that's when everything should all kick off again. And up until then, I've been trying to get people interested in doing some Zoom sessions, actually in classes, a little bit like what we're doing now. While I've got a little bit of time before things kick off again, then it seems sensible to use it for that kind of angle, to try and do a bit of stuff online. It's not as easy because I can't be there to help people if they get stuck, but it's the best I can do at this strange time.
No, it's been a funny old year, isn't it? And I know you've done your best with it.
It's been absolutely crazy, but at the same time, it's forced people like me, who, as you know, I'm not the greatest technical expert in the world. It's forced people like me to do things like I've been doing to try and connect with people. And that's something I probably wouldn't have done. I would have just carried on doing the regular workshops that I've always done. And I never would have had the opportunities. We would have never been doing this. So it's one of those things that I think if you're a creative person, it forces you to make different decisions. And in the long run, that's probably a good thing. It ends up being another string to your bow.
No, absolutely fantastic. And we've had some great response. And I know you're dynamite on Twitter. We've got a lovely comment here from Miss B Teachers. She says, we'd love to book a Zoom session. So you got some work out of it this morning. John Cronin says, good afternoon all. The rocket's looking great. FID77, who I know is from Coventry, she says she's watching on her phone. She says, Daryl is really inspirational. He really is. Look at this. This is the cardboard model castle, the Coventry Cathedral that he made for us for this week, which has been absolutely wonderful. I don't know, I can't get that out. Oops, I'm zooming all over the place here. Here we go.
Yeah, that was great fun to do though. I did enjoy doing that.
And we've got a little video we're going to share, Daryl, actually, that you made of how to make this rocket which flies out the top. Because tonight we are going to launch, believe it or not, we're actually going to launch Coventry Cathedral's tower tonight. I'll pull that up on the screen there. That's what we're actually talking about. We're going to be building, well, we've built now, as you can see, we've built Coventry Cathedral out of cardboard boxes and cardboard in the playing fields at Joseph Cash Primary School. And tonight we're going to have a disco on that dance floor. We're going to get the mirror ball up. We're going to have a great night. We've got Sandra performing, and then we're going to, at 8 o'clock, we're going to launch the tower like a rocket. So that's the inspiration that Daryl's bringing for us. Last summer, 2 weeks after COVID kicked off, Daryl made this wonderful cardboard castle for us, which was inspired by Lulworth Castle, which is the home of Camp Bestival. And we heard just yesterday that Rob the Bank and Josie the Bank, who inspired us to start Steamco, are going to be having a Camp Bestival. So we're going to be there at Camp Bestival this summer, one way or another, even if it's just roughing it out the back. We hope that we can have a little spot because we had a fantastic pitch last year. Here's a cardboard robot head that Darcy Turner made for us a few years ago. But it's people like Daryl, Darcy, Will Alexander, who built the Tracy Island rocket we had at Parklands, showing young people it's not about the money, it's not about the resources, it's about spending time and finding your art. And your art could be cardboard, your art could be cooking, coding, robots, rockets, dancing, DJing, football, fashion, whatever. Daryl Wakelon, can't thank you enough.
Cheers.
We'll hopefully catch up. Maybe I'll see you in action in a school one day. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Maybe you will.
And maybe we'll drag it. If we go to Camp Bestival and we can get you a backstage pass, would you come in and do a cardboard workshop for us at Camp Bestival? It's not far from you, is it?
I will go anywhere where there's cardboard and money, mate. Yes,
mate. Well, we'll make some money from cardboard. How about that? Daryl Wakelon, thank you very much. Everybody loves you. I know Miss B's shouting out here and saying thank you very much, Daryl. And I know this is going to get thousands of views later today. So you take care and do post those photos, won't you? Hashtag cardboard challenge 21. Hashtag Coventry 21. Thanks, Daryl. See you later, mate.
Okay. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
All the very best. Well, what an utter legend. Well, we've now got some more legends because we've got Tyron Carbordia, who's coming on. And I just mentioned Chris Dyson now. I've got a little film of Chris. Should we see if we can get this to play? Is this going to play? Let's have a look. It might not be any audio. We might have to do something about that. No, we haven't got the audio. So let's just pause that and work out why that is. And then we're going to come to Tyron of Carbordia. Tyron Carbordia. So Dyson Believe. Why isn't there no audio on that? And then we're going to go to those wonderful, wonderful people in Russia who've been very, very patient today. I know that. They've been incredible. And that's not going to play. So let's just play this one because I know this works.
It might not work, but here's the thing. The guy who invented the ship also invented the shipwreck. And either you're in or you're out. Either you want to play this game.
Coming up next, Tyron Carbordia, a live link from Russia.
Something conventional and predictable, and here it is, industrialized, right? Art works because we connect.
So the festival that we will be organising in 2022 is a festival of creativity in its broadest sense. So what we're looking for is events that will help to bring people together and show the value of art.
An event like this is absolutely overdue for people from working class families where we've never had access to the arts.
I think this is amazing, and we should encourage Nick to do more of this so that we can connect friends through art is actually amazing.
Well, a lot of schools have taken music out of their curriculum, and I find that really important.
This book is going to change lives. There are 7 stories.
Keep doing what you're doing. I love your passion. Please keep doing what you're doing, inspiring the kids. I think it's great. Not enough parents spend enough time with the kids. They leave them on the iPads and things like that. And I absolutely love it. Keep doing what you're doing. I love your passion.
Boys will be boys. Better let them have their toys. Girls will be girls. Cute ponytails and curls. Must put an end to this stress and strife. I think I want to live that sporty life.
I'm going to make it happen for you.
I appreciate that.
Well, I'm going to make it happen for you because what you're doing is, in the end, absolutely brilliant.
I had the idea of getting a big screen to come here and celebrate. And I did a thing called a crowdfunder. I said to lots of people, I only gave myself 24 hours, and they said, you'd never do it.
One time for the Lord.
I think creativity is absolutely everything, you know, to secure the jobs for the future.
Niall, what does collaboration mean to you?
For me, collaboration is everything. So my whole life is a collaboration.
Well, welcome to Coventry. Welcome to a Coventry cathedral made from cardboard, from old toilet roll tubes, made from creativity, made from code, made from whatever we could find lying around. And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about unleashing creativity across the world, because creativity knows no borders. Brexit, no Brexit, whatever you did, whatever's done is done. You have our opinions, our views, but we are one country, we're one community, we're one world. And I'm absolutely delighted now to be cutting over to Tyron Karbordia, who I believe is in Russia. Tyron, the $1 million moment. Can you hear me?
Yes.
And I can hear you. This is brilliant. How are you today?
I am very good. Can I ask you for one thing to do in your computer?
Yes.
Can you let people in Zoom that you created, and can you make me a co-host of this?
I don't know how to do that. I'll have a look. Probably.
Yeah,
your colleagues are coming on the links I sent, aren't they? Let me have a look.
Yes, you can.
Are you in? Which one are you? Oh, yes, I can see you. Let me make you click a button. Spotlight. How do I make you a co-host?
I don't know.
It's not an option. Do we not need an expensive one to be able to do that?
What do you mean?
Do we need a more expensive version of Zoom to be able to do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't use Zoom that much.
But okay, so the people waiting in the waiting room, you can let them in by yourself.
They're in. There's nobody waiting in the waiting room. Oh, hang on. No, is there? Let's have a look.
It's minimum 2 people. That
there's one person waiting in the waiting room.
Okay, let her in.
Waiting room, admit. Somebody with an N backwards.
And if then maybe you can put Mikhail.
Let's have a look.
Mikhail on a.
So that's
screen.
your Zoom room there. Is that everybody you expect to see? Oh, I can't hear you now. Hang on a second. Why is that? Oh, it's because I've got to unmute this. Sorry. Speak to me, Tyron. Speak, Tyron. I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you? Hold on. Let's take that. Try again.
I'm here.
We can hear you. That's all good. We've got lots of people waving. Hello. What can you see on the screen? Is it okay on the screen?
On the screen, we can see Zoom room.
And we can hear them. That's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
Hey! Hello. So nice to see you.
Hello, Russia.
It's very nice. It's mostly not Russia. It's mostly
Kiara
UK.
is here. She's talking to me on text message, but she can't get into the Zoom. So.
Well, why not?
Can she ask again? Can she?
I tried 5 times. Just the last
have a
one
look.
was successful.
Participants. Oh, Kiara's in the waiting room. Here's Kiara. Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Looks like Kiara is joining. Oh, hello. This is so exciting, isn't it? Oh, here comes Kiara.
Not yet.
9 is a nice number. We don't want any more. And I can put myself. Lovely to see you all. Hooray, welcome, big team hugs. Forget COVID. Let's all have a big hug. Fantastic. Let's get rid of myself. So one shout, one love to Chris Tofu for introducing us. Tyran, it's your party. Go for it.
The issue is that now I will go out of this and I will join Zoom because
that's not good. No, stay where you are.
Hear me.
Why do you need to come out?
But they don't hear me in Zoom.
They can't hear you.
No. I will.
Hang on. No, don't go. Don't go. Don't go. I need to fix that. I have to have some instructions.
Yes, I know, but I cannot use the both technology because I am now. They asked me to be on another link. If I unmute myself, it will be like this.
Tyran,
you hear me?
Is the problem that they can't hear you? Is that your concern?
Yes, and it's not only me because Mikhail will join and he will be making the workshop.
I can see Mikhail. Let me pull him up in the other corner. Hold on a second. Okay, this is the first time we've done this, so we just got to spend a second. But do not leave just yet, please.
Yeah. So it's much better if I will go in Zoom and we will be all in Zoom, and that's all.
Do you want to do that then?
Yes, I'm sure it will be better.
Okay, can you hear me in the Zoom room? You can hear me in the Zoom room, but you cannot hear...
I will leave here.
You cannot hear Tyran, no? Can you hear Tyran talking? No. Okay, so he's going to come in the Zoom room with you. That's fine. I might get my camera and show you what's going on here because it's so complicated to stop the feedback. And I didn't have time to read the manual. So I think Tyran has come to you. So he's going to be in the, let's see if he's in the waiting room. Oops, there's somebody there, Michael Veerman. There's Michael.
Yes, yes.
And here's Tyran.
Dan ga ik deze weer uitdoen. Yeah.
So I'll put you on the big screen in the middle there then. Let me do that. Screen.
Now I'm in Zoom. I'm happy.
Okay.
Hello, people.
Hello.
Now I'm with you as well. It's a little bit strange. Hello, Kiara.
Hey.
Wow. It's so nice that you all come. And, yeah, I'm very happy. Sorry for the mess. I'm very happy. But it's shown me that we can do next time much better and all together. It will be our common performance and we can make a bigger workshop. And
very good.
Very nice. Thank you very much that you all come. Mikhail, are you here as well? Can you put on the...
You're muted.
Yeah. So you need to go just in Zoom, Mikhail, I think.
Yes, I am only in Zoom now.
Yes, super. And we can see you and just leave the mic on. And let's put Seva in Zoom as well. Seva, I will ask him to go to Zoom as well. I sent him a link. And what we can do, because I see a lot of personages cardboard and this is amazing. That this time we met. We didn't meet each other some years already past, yeah, and it's nice that we can try today to make some again election of tyrant. And is it okay? Is it okay if you will make some election tools? Do you have some cardboard stuff and some things with you? Can you show it to us? Mikhail have, even Alessia have everything. It's so nice, yeah. And I want to introduce to you. I'm not sure that everyone know each other. Please tell me if you know each other, everyone. For sure, Lottie know Andreas and Chiara know everyone or not? Do you know that Mikhail, he is the minister of Chaplap? And Chiara and Mikhail, we go together to Korea. So and everyone worked with Alessia, I think. So it's mix of people, and it's absolutely amazing because it goes through cardboard everything, and it's very nice. Yeah, I feel very good tyrant this moment. So and we wait for one more person. It's very important person. His name is Petr Petrovich, and he promised me to show today. Yes, and this is Seva. Please say hello to Seva. Hello, Seva.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
We speak now to I think how to vote for me, and I want to ask your help. Do you think you're ready to vote for tyrant today? Because
I have one person that could be best tyrant over the world.
Better than me.
Of course, better than you and another people. Best of the world.
But I want to ask, can you put it in chat? Who want to be a tyrant today? Because the election, and everyone can say that I want to be a tyrant. Please to put it in chat. If you can use the chat in Zoom.
No.
No, it's not for you. Not for you. It's for other people. And Seva, can you introduce your, I don't know, friend or the guy who control you?
Yeah, of course, Petr Petrovich, Petrushka. Can I see you? You're welcome. Here we are. Petya, are you ready to be a tyrant?
Of course.
I just need to say that Petr Petrovich don't speak too much Russian, so I need to help with translation. Or maybe Alessia can translate his. Alessia, can you be the translator? Alessia, she's a minister of education and she knows all the languages in the world. So I hope she will translate. I leave it to you.
I can translate everything because I can speak Russian and little bit English.
Yeah, you can try, but Alessia will help you if you will be a little bit.
Hi. What?
Его и русский-то не очень.
Да, он я могу перевести Алессе. Алесsia будет всем переводить на английский. Палочку видишь?
Yes, I can see. Can you see the stick?
Это лучшая кандидатура на роль тирана, потому что, во-первых, у него есть палочка.
It's the best tyrant because he has a stick.
Во-вторых, он лучший тиран, потому что он более крепкий, чем мы все. Более сильный.
He is more strong when all of us, so that's why he's the best tyrant.
Да, потому что, например, у нас с тобой, Олеся, голова из чего? У нас голова кожаная, костяная, а у Петра Петровича какая? Деревянная, да, Петя?
Oh, because he has a wood head. Just that's why he's better than Tyron.
Да. Тихо, я тебе покажу. Но он тоже иногда может быть... Почему он может быть тираном? Потому что его можно свергнуть. Это плюс для любого тирана. Ну вот я же его
как свергнуть?
Свергнуть, скинуть, бросить с трона.
He can be beaten. Not too much tyrants can be beaten.
С Олесей надо вежливо обращаться, она переводчик. Она твоя связь с миром.
Она супер переводчик. Что? Что? Олеся, she's the best translator in the world. But I think Peter Petrovich don't need to be translated. It's obvious that he's stupid. So let's vote for Tyron. Now I see that nobody wants to be a Tyron. Only me. Punch for Tyron. What's up? Can you turn off Liz? Because Liz is like a revolutionary. And she won't punch to make a Tyron. This was not punch. It was Petr Petrovich.
Петрушка.
Петрушка is not punch.
Нет, и Петрушка старше, чем Панч. Представление Панча записано в 1662 году в Лондоне.
Alicia, you need to translate this because you need some education. You need to say this.
Petrushka more elder than the Punch because their first translation with Petrushka was early and it was in an...
Первое представление Петрушки было записано в 1636 году.
На видео записано?
В 1662.
1662 was Petrushka first show that was recorded on VHS. And what about the Punch show?
Нет, это Панч был записан в 1662 году в Лондоне.
1662 Punch was make first performance in London. And when was Petrushka?
В 1636.
Petrushka was 30 years before, 1636. So Petrushka is older than Punch. So Liz, you are mistaken. It's not Punch. It's Petrushka, a Russian one. Yeah. But you can vote for Punch as well. So you can try. Yeah. So when we will make this voting, yeah. So you can try. Guys, so let's try to make some tools for voting. So, and Mikhail, I give you word to Mikhail. Mikhail, can you lead this?
Yes, I will be happy to show you guys how to make a voting system for Cardboardia to vote for Tyron. And to do this, we need a small piece of cardboard. I like to use a knife, but a scissor is fine as well. And have some white paper. And of course, we need some scotch. And the scotch can be any kind of scotch that you have. I have like, this is paper scotch, but well, any scotch that you have is fine.
Other brands of tape are available.
Tape, yeah, any kind of tape. Yeah, we call it scotch.
We call Scots people Scotch in this country. People from Scotland are called the Scotch, and we have sticky tape.
Tape, yes. So use a lot of Scotch, people. And
Big Tower.
Yeah. What we are going to do is we got out of this piece of cardboard, we're going to make some sticks. But not the sticks from Petrushka, but small sticks. Like so, this is like around 30 centimeters, and I want to have sticks of 3 centimeters. So something like this. And you have to cut it out. And just to make sure, I hope you can see it, cardboard has a direction. And in one way, it folds very easily. And so you want to have this direction that will make strong sticks. And you have to cut like 4 of them. I will show you, it's very easy. Or you can use a scissor as well. So 1 more. Now I have 4 of it. And that's what I will start to use. And what we're going to do is we're going to make some kind of mechanism. And I will show you some of the mechanisms that are possible. It's not just one way, you can use any one. For example, I have one here. So you have the 4 sticks. And I mixed it, I used tape to put it together. And this we can use as a mechanism. It can do something like this, or maybe it turns and flips. And another way to connect them is, I will show you later how to connect them, but I just show you some different ones. So here I used 3 sticks, 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, maybe this will do like this. 1. Or if you are very interested into technical ways, you can use a lot of other ones and connect them all in a strange way and have something more complicated. But for now, let's us just focus on the simple one. Yeah. So back to the sticks that I have. What I'm going to do is I'm going to connect them with the tape. I fold a small part of the stick just in this corner, and I want to connect it with the other one. And I will use the tape. Just take a small piece of tape. It's better to have a good line and that they're well aligned. That will make it easier to use later. Fix it quite well with the tape. And now I have my first bendable part. Here I'm gonna fix the next one, and on the other side as well. So again, just make a small part. Just fold it over a little bit. Take your next piece of stick and use Scotch plakband. We say in Dutch, we say plakband. That's a nice word, right? Plakband. I hear everybody yelling and screaming, ah, plakband, that's funny, plakband. So now I have 3. If you are, you can use 3 as well, but I want to have a 4th one here. So I'm just folding this part and gonna connect it again. So this is very easy, and you can go crazy if you want. I'm just showing you a very basic one, but you can make a lot of extra connections with extra pieces of other sticks. You can put another one maybe here, or and put it there, make some strange connections, and then you can see what happens. But this is the basic, and so it can if you it can move in this way. It can now move like this. So it's a bit what you like to use. So this is the basic, and now I'm going to use some white paper, and I'm going to cut out any shape that I like. So it can be like triangles, I like to fold it a few times so I get more of the same shape. And well, let me see. Let's make some triangles in this one. So I get some strange small triangles. But you can go crazy and make all kinds of shapes. Just any shape that you like, whatever you want. You can make multiple of them and use them later. Maybe you like to make something like a lampion.
Like a what? What was that Russian word? Like a?
We call it a lampion.
A lampion.
Lampion. Yeah, it's not Russian. It's Dutch, actually.
Are you Dutch? Are you?
I am Dutch. Yes.
Oh, apologies. Well, we're truly multinational.
But I look very Russian.
It's like a lantern, isn't it?
Lantern. Yeah, it's
lantern.
Like but you don't need to. You can also fold it like a harmonica. And then you can just if you have your shape, just think about where you want to put them, and use just tape to put it on your mechanism. So I'll make this one with triangles. Let's see what I think is funny place. I'll have some tape. I always like to put my table full with tape, so I don't have to wait too long. So maybe this one go here. I don't know. Whatever you like. It's a bit like Bob Ross. Just go crazy and think whatever you feel like. This can be interesting. This can be interesting. So when it's like this, and it goes up and it goes like. Oh. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Oh, ja, daar kom ik straks op. Okay, so you can go on and use any kind of shapes. I will show you some examples of ones that I made earlier. Oh, this is a very interesting crappy one. So you can do like this. Ah, yeah. Ooh, oh. Or this one makes this. Okay. I have another one. It has spikies. So just don't try to make mine. Just try to make your own. It's just experimental. So after you finished, let me show you this one as well. Okay, so when it's finished, and you have to think about what kind of sound does it make. So if I take this one, I would think it will make a sound like this is my voting sound. Or this one maybe goes like it goes fast for television.
Mikhail, let's ask people who are already ready to show.
Yes, maybe. Yeah, I thought I would just go on. I give them 2 more minutes. This one is maybe like let's go down. And how's everybody going? I see Chiara is working very hard, but she just has mechanism. She only has the mechanism. And Olesha, how far are you? What do you have?
She has pillows. Wow, Alessia already made.
Why is he doing that so fast?
Yeah,
Why am I so slow?
Minister of Education, of course, she knows everything.
Yeah, it's not fair.
And Lottie, how are you, Lottie? How are you going? Oh, you have the mechanism. Okay, very good, very good. Yeah. Ooh, Ivan, show me yours. What is the sound? I don't hear you.
Это жуткий звук.
Strange instrument.
This is a waiting machine. Waiting machine.
But did Petya, Petr Petrovich, are you made some voting system, voting mechanism? Ты сделал какой? Покажи свой механизм. Еще одну башку сделал. Еще одну башку сделал. Это быстро ты. Petya made one more head.
Oh. It's terrible.
О, да.
Все хорошо.
Все хорошо. Уберите Петю. Петя слишком опасный.
Steady on, guys. I'll lose my license the way you're carrying on.
Oh, God.
This is no example to set the children, Mr. Punch.
He's not a punch, Nick. He's not a punch.
What is he?
Petr Petrushka. So next time we can meet Petrushka and Punch, and then we make this conference between them.
Maybe that's it. We'll have a conference between Petrushka and Mr. Punch and his wife Judy. I can't remember if they're still together or not, to be honest.
Irisha, can you show your Irisha? Покажи свой инструмент для голосования. Олеся, а как у тебя звучит это чудо?
Oh, wow.
Это чудо.
That's fantastic. Beautiful.
I just want to say that we will make. Oh God. We need to make orchestra, and I know that Minister of Nothing, Ivan Korsunovsky, he's do nothing all this.
Yes. I'm ready.
I think it's time to vote for Tyron. Yes.
Let's try. Let's try to vote. But we didn't see what's made Liz and Andreas. Liz makes some strange Mickey Mouse.
Wow.
Andrea, what did you manage to make?
Hurrah!
This is goose, not goose, but this on your head, this big, is it cardboard? Yeah, it's cardboard. I thought it's real. I need to show you something. 1 second. 1 second.
Crazy. Fantastic.
I found him especially.
Wow! Watch it. Look on my screen. You see my.
Where are you? You're not colorful. Well, you're black on the. Oh yes.
It's golden.
Matching gold one. Mine.
Gold one.
Mine needs
You
not
have
worth
only
as much.
cardboard. Next step is golden one.
I'm gonna paint it.
Oh, let's have Andreas up.
Yeah, please paint it in gold. Oh no, not in gold. In black. In black. You will have a black stuff.
Yeah.
But this goose is amazing. The small one.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't fit. It would just be white.
It's so nice.
I thought about it.
Yeah, so she's a goose minister.
Okay, how far is everybody? So I want to.
So Liz already made something. Andrea, can you show Andreas? And what's the sound?
Splash.
It's amazing. Yes, no. Liz already voted for herself. Yes, no. And Irisha show the hat, the movable hat. And what about Kiara? Did she make something?
Cool.
Wow.
What I love in cardboard is that it's everybody very stupid and makes stupid things. And
Now we will arrange a vote.
Let's vote. I will vote for Tyrant.
yes, let's vote for me. Let's vote for me. So be prepared to vote for me now. Everyone ready? Petya, are you ready? Are you ready to vote? Nick, are you here?
Yes.
Can you put the when we say this, not now, but can you put the track that I sent you?
Put what? Sorry.
Track, MP3 track.
Yes.
That
Hang
I
on.
sent you in email.
Yes. 1 minute.
Yeah. So
I'll find that
Vanya,
for you now.
It's all
Yes.
yours. All the band is yours. Vanya, he's the master of the ceremony. So he will make this voting ceremony very nice and beautiful. Let's see. Ваня, ты мастер церемонии. Ты сделаешь эту церемонию очень красивой, церемонию голосования.
Да. Okay.
He
I'm
was a bit
ready.
stupid,
I'm ready.
but like all ministers, so.
Окей, но сначала все должны подготовиться, все должны сдать свои звуки. То есть необходимо, чтобы мы сконнектили, чтобы мы создали we made a creative energy, yes?
Let's make all sounds all together.
Yes. Please.
Sounds of
Давайте все вместе издадим его, давайте призовем эти выборы. Можно посмотреть разные участники. Громко давайте звук. Sound up!
More loud! Everyone closer to the mics and more loud. Vanya, we don't put it more. Yes, like this. So you can choose to whom you can vote. Check the Vanya page.
Who do you choose as the head
You can
of
vote for
Cardboard?
A, B, or C, or D. Please put it in the chat. To whom you vote.
In the chat.
To chat, yes. So you put your choose. Who you
Option A,
C,
Chiron.
D.
Option B,
Punch
Chiron.
Chiron.
Option C, Chiron.
Chiron.
Option D,
But Punch is
Chiron.
not here. Punch is not here. He is not personage of Carbodia. He cannot be inside our voting process. А ты кто такой? Петрушка тут тоже нету. Ты можешь выбрать только А, Б, С и Д. Выбирайте.
У нас честные выборы.
Lottie vote for Tyrant.
That's wel weer heel tof hoor.
Everyone, you know that everyone votes for Tyrant somehow. I don't know why. Nick, can you put our hymn?
1 minute, nearly ready.
Nearly ready. This is very good. And then we
Can
need
I
to
say-
celebrate my election.
Did you hear that?
So thank you very much for support.
Could you hear that then?
Good luck making his own voting system for Tyrant and Cardbodia. So I hope to see a lot of different voting systems, mechanisms later on, maybe today by people. I hope so. That's right. I hope you.
Let's show the instruments, and I will make a picture.
Yes.
And look on the screen and show your instrument for voting. Be very fancy. It's fancy official picture. Andreas, show your instrument as well. One second, one more picture.
Stay 1 minute.
Make your sounds with your instruments.
There you are. You are on our cardboard cathedral, making everybody very, very happy today. You're lovely, lovely people. Just wonderful.
Can you put the music on?
Yes. 1 minute. You ready now?
Yes.
Okay, let's play the music.
I want to say thank you very much, all of you who joined. It was very, very nice to see you all. I hope I will this summer. And yes, I want to say that we are planning already go to Berlin. Maybe we will make something very big. I hope somebody will come from this Zoom. Yeah.
Everybody show your art.
To make it possible to invite all Thank you that you come. Thank you, Mikael, Vanya, Alexey, Ira, and Piotr, Sevой. Спасибо, Ник. Bye-bye.
Just wonderful. Lovely, lovely, lovely people. Bye-bye, Mr. Punch lookalike.
How long do you think people say bye? We'll just keep the conversation on the road. Yeah, right. Yeah, one
Forever. No, not Zoom. I don't want to be in Zoom all my life. I want to be out. Mikael, thank you very much. Say hi to your children that they come now.
Well, thank you. Thank you for really nice to see you all again, especially Clara and Alicia.
Tyran, we hear this summer that we have festivals starting again. Tyran, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
This summer we have festivals starting in England, in the UK.
I hope.
And Chris Tofu, the legend who introduced us to each other, he will be at a festival called Camp Festival, where they have the world's biggest mirror ball. They have the world's biggest. We have the second biggest mirror ball in the world. Tonight, for a disco party, we're going to hang this under a tree and dance underneath it to shine light in the darkness using any light we have. And today you have been the light for us because you've shown us that creativity has no borders. Art connects us all because
Creativity have borders. It's cardboard. Cardboard is that's all.
you have a cardboard wall, do you? Build the wall. Build the wall.
No. It's Trump have wall. I don't have wall. Yes.
Trump had a wall. Trump hasn't got a wall anymore because they took it off
he
him.
dream about wall, and I proposed actually to build the cardboard one, but he ignored my message.
Cardboard. Well, it doesn't rain in Mexico. It would have been fine, wouldn't it? Tyron, you have been amazing. Thank you so much, and I'm sorry to keep you waiting, but we are here today because the British government, the Arts Council, people who play the lottery, they give us money to do things like this. But we do what we do. But we need artists like you here in England. They're in Russia, in Holland, all over the world. And if we can have a festival this summer, then it would be great if you could come to that festival with us, Camp Festival. Would you come if we can get you a visa?
I have visa, so you just give me invitations.
You have a visa, so you'll come from Russia, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, my lunch has just arrived, so it's a good time to stop, I think. Amazing.
Petya have visa too. I will give you a visa, Petya. I will put you in my pocket.
There he is. Thank you all so much. You've been absolutely fantastic. It's been really, really good. Tonight at 8:30, we are going to launch the cardboard rocket for the tower here tonight, yeah?
Thank you. Bye-bye. I leave you.
You leave, yeah? Thanks. Goodbye. Wow. Where's my picture of the... Well, we've had a bit of a morning of it, haven't we, to say the least. We've just had a few emails from people this morning. Here we are, live in Coventry. My goodness.
Hi, Andreas. Nice to see you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. The last people are leaving. Do you know what? I should be on there, shouldn't I? Why aren't I on that picture? Let's have a look, see if I can get myself on there. There we go. If I go to this picture here, and add myself. Where am I? Is that me? Oh, a bit big. Make myself a bit smaller. This is how it works. So make myself a little bit smaller like that. And twist myself around a little bit. And I can put myself wherever I want myself to be. So I better be down on there like that. Oh. Click the wrong thing. This software is like DOS in the 1980s, if you remember DOS, because that's what this was like. And obviously I'm still a little bit too big, so let's make myself a little bit smaller like that. That's better. Blimey, can't hardly see me, can you? There you go. I'm going to drag myself down. So I'm now behind. There's me waving. Look, you see me waving to the drone up above. Now I need to get rid of that screen there, so I need to put the PowerPoint back on that. So where's the PowerPoint? Screen one. Now, if anybody thinks this is easy, they're welcome to come and have a go, because my goodness, this has been pretty hardcore to say the least. And that's still not right. So let's go down here. The problem we had is we had a massive power outage last night, and it took everything with it. That should work. Let's have a look. Screen one. Okay. Oh, it's because I've got the zoom there. Okay, so let's turn that zoom off. So tonight we're going to have a party on the dance floor that you can see on the left-hand side. I don't know if anybody's got anything to say about what we're up to here today. Any comments? A few people here. Who's been watching? Give us a wave. I'm waving to you. Look. Where are you? You see me waving? Whoop. Just banged something. In a moment, if you want to see the tech, I'll tell you what, I'll get my GoPro out and I'll show you how this tech works. If anybody's interested in the tech we've got, if you're an arts, culture organisation, if you're a nightclub, a theatre, anybody who, okay, Loftang's lifting, but I think we've all realised ways that we can change our businesses and the way we operate. This isn't a business, we're a non-profit, but there's got to be a way that something we can all do to have events and festivals. A lot of people can't get in. It's like Glastonbury, people can't all get into festival and they can't get in, but not everybody wants to watch the BBC format, do they? And I'm not criticising the BBC necessarily when I say that, but you know, how cool would it be to have events like this all the time? I don't know if we've got much more on this morning, actually, but be sure to download the flyer. This flyer here's got everything you need to know. Well, it hasn't, because we haven't updated it for 2 days, because we've been up all night trying to get all this working. But yeah, this is what we talk about. A cardboard cathedral inspired by the cathedral that was bombed during the war and rose from the ashes, and celebrating creativity. And what we're doing today is trying to inspire children, parents, communities, the country, what we call creative carers, people who care about creativity, who care about kids, and who care about all our futures. It's a comment from a man called Sir Ken Robinson, who was Professor of Creativity at Warwick University. Gosh, 10 years ago. My father saw him speak, actually, 25 years ago in the 90s, when he helped Rolls Shaw start out. For all our kids, for all our communities, for our country, and all our futures. Friday night, we had a chat with Rankin Roger Jr., the son of Rankin Roger for the Beat, talking about two-tone and creativity and young people and empowerment and agency. Chris Sullivan, brilliant chat. Jude Yorson then came on for a chat. We had a fantastic school from performance from Cardiff called Newham, and then we had a massive outage. The power went, and we lost a lot, unfortunately. We couldn't get the system going again. And I'll show you how this system works, actually. Where's my little camera? So I've got a GoPro. My lunch has just arrived. You're not going to believe. You're going to think I eat like this all the time. I actually went to the Co-op yesterday to get a load of sandwiches, because I think my family forgot I was alive. But normally that's not easy to do. So I've got my little GoPro here. So I'm going to plug that in to this system. I'm a bit transitory between needing my glasses and not needing my glasses. I wonder if Sandra's still around. Let's see if Sandra's around.
I am.
Oh, Sandra's still here. Let me get Sandra. Sandra, you're a rock star. You haven't been sitting there all that time. You've been ignored. Let me get you back on.
Waiting.
I'm sorry, Sandra. I tell you what, it's because we haven't got the feedback bit. You know, when you can, you probably have people talking in your ears on the radio, don't they? So let me get you up here now. Then, hang on a sec. Oh my goodness, what did you think of that, Sandra? Did you catch much of that?
Yeah, I caught some of it. I like those guys all the way abroad.
Weren't they amazing? Weren't they amazing?
The technology opportunities now are massive, aren't they?
Well, this is what I'm saying. You know, I think we almost needed COVID to realize what technology can do and why it's so important. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, how we can reach out and touch someone else in another part of the world. It's amazing. And I know what you're doing is challenging. It's massive. We're all kind of walking a journey with you. But, you know, we're catching the dream with you. So, yes, it's not all brilliant and it might not all work the way you want it to. But I've seen enough and experienced enough to know that what you're doing is really heartfelt and we're just loving it. So, yeah.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. It's funny because I care because I want it to work, because I'm wasting people's time when it doesn't. But at the same time, I'm not afraid of failing in front of people. Do you know what I mean?
No, don't worry about it. That's how you learn, and that's how, and you know, you've got to go through that, and people go through it with you as well. So I think I'm just with everyone else, championing and cheering you on. It's a great job. What a great idea, though. I mean,
well, it's certainly how kids can learn as well. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's how I'll learn. I'll get there in the end. I mean, I've been talking to people who are using this same system, and they're usually on a team of like 6 or 8 people on the production. So one will be doing audio, one will be doing cameras, one will be doing vision mixing, tech will do the computers, and I've got everything. And for some reason, it doesn't want to talk to my camera, which is a shame. I really wanted to show you that. But so did you catch Daryl Wakelam? Did you see a little bit of that just after you spoke?
Oh yeah, I did before I went to get a cup of tea. So yeah, his makeup.
I'd love to have a cup of tea.
Very creative. I loved it. Again, you know, you can see why so many people love him. Just out there doing something simple, keeping people amused, and getting our kids off the laptops and getting them off the iPads. You know, anything to distract them and draw out that creativity. I think it's brilliant. So I'm loving it. It's just inspired me to go and dig around in my little boxes home here and think, what can I make? I've got a room I want to kit out here. This is going to be my own study. and I want it to have my own imprint on it. And I might design a little rocket somewhere, which will remind me to keep launching my ideas. But yeah, design, creativity, I'm all up for that. Really great job, Nick. Really great job.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. I've actually got my video camera working now. So this is what we're talking about here. I'm going to come clean. So this is obviously me. I'm in front of a green screen. And in front of me, I've got two computers. So I've got a laptop in the middle, and then a screen over on the right with Zoom on it. And then over there is all my social stuff and all these little controls here for all the audio. So the audio isn't just a case of pressing one button. I've got to find which channel and map it to one of 4 different buses. I've got another laptop there. I wanted to get rid of this laptop, but that's my PowerPoint one. All that just does my audio. I mean, it's not for the faint-hearted, Chandra. Do you know what I mean?
Switching a machine on, that's it for me. I can't believe you're even able to consider doing something like that. When you first told me about the cathedral going to be made out of cardboard and, you know, our bodies and our images will be transmitted, I have to say, I didn't tell you. I thought, the guy's mad. It's impossible. Can't do it. And then I've just watched how this is evolved. And I tell you what, getting all that stuff out of your head into cardboard, not paper. I salute you, my friend. Amazing.
It's nuts, isn't it? Sandra, I don't know what it is, but there's a real delay. Could you just shut the call down and call back in?
I will, yeah. Okay.
I don't know what it is.
I will do that.
Because you're clapping about 30 seconds after my jokes, which is lovely, but... Oh, she's gone. If at first you don't succeed, try, and try again. So she should say, what happens when she leaves? It freezes on the last image and then comes back. So let's see if we're going to get her back. And I've got Zoom over there, which I don't really want. So if anybody wants to come in the Zoom room, they can. What's Malumba asking me now? Okay, just a couple of minutes. Malumba's chasing me up. My lunch has just arrived. Are you not going to believe what I got here? It's absolutely lovely. Look. I got 2 eggs and some avocado and toast. It's right Ponzi sort of woke breakfast there, isn't it? I'll be honest with you. I had 1 bowl of cereal yesterday and nothing until 8 o'clock. And that was only because I went up the co-op. Sandra, speak to me.
Oh, hello.
That works now. It's really weird how it freezes. And I don't know. I'm not even going to.
No, don't go there. Don't go there.
But no, so it's really been very, very special. I know some colleagues of yours from BBC Midlands Today have been in touch actually because they were hoping to see some stuff from last night. We had a super school who were due to do a piece, and they only heard about this on Wednesday, and they've put 4 productions together: drama piece, some music, poetry, and some cookie stuff. So what we're thinking is we'll do that tomorrow night because we've got a busy night tonight.
Yeah.
And we've got the education conference tomorrow, the hashtag EvolveEd21. So I think what we'll probably do is do the conference 10 till 1. And I'll be honest, the speakers for that don't even know what time they're on because I haven't had time to tell them because of all the tech problems. That's the support and the understanding we're getting. Do you know what I mean? Which is great.
Fluid. Full fluid. Do
you know what I mean? And we're making it up as we go along. Yeah, and you're with us or you're not, you know. And then we'll have a break in the afternoon, I think, 1 till 7. And then we'll have a fire pit chat 7 till 8. And then 8 till 10, I think we'll just have open mic. So I don't know if it's something because you've got a show tomorrow, haven't you, on BBC CWR?
Is that Sunday? Tomorrow's Sunday?
Yeah. You don't know what day of the week it is, do you?
No, I don't. It's it just all merges into one. I do it on Sunday, on also Monday. And in between that, I've got a family, kids, life, and a whole load of ironing to do. Oh,
ironing! Oh my goodness, that's a scary thought, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So
I digress.
Okay, then. So we'll do that tomorrow night. So if I get a plan together on that, and if you're able to just put a shout out on the radio tomorrow, just mention it between a record or something like that, because you've got your service tomorrow, haven't you?
I'm gonna have to now, aren't I? Yes. Yeah.
Well, no, you're not. No.
the program's always about shouting out about lovely things that are happening in our community. So it'd be nice to talk about that. Of course, and you know, for me, getting to hear and see so many of these guests, perhaps one or two I've never even heard of, it's brilliant because these are people that I want to hear about more and perhaps even get them on the radio. But it's about, you know, catching the lives of people in our community doing great things and giving them a platform, shout out about it.
Absolutely, and obviously you're doing this in your capacity as a cultural collaborator in Coventry, and I know you do a lot of work, got a lot of projects going on the whole. Are you able to just give us a little preview of what's going to be on your show tomorrow? Do you have any idea who's going to be on? Have you got any?
Well, I can't give you all the guest content, but we always have inspirational stories. People are doing things brilliantly local. And some of it, you know, we don't even confirm up until the last minute because some of these ideas, like you can see with your program, they're still evolving. And we want to make sure we bring dynamic stories that have content that is rich and that people will understand. And it's probably sometimes worth waiting a little bit longer before you put something out there that and make sure it's completed. So there are lots of ongoing projects that have started, and we always feature them through our Make a Difference stories and just through stories that come through. Incredible kids we've featured over the last few weeks. My gosh, Nick, 8 and 9-year-olds that are fundraising, doing skipping, walking, doing all sorts of crazy things, and parents that are championing them on. So we're always featuring those kind of things. We have a brilliant Sunday act of worship as well for anyone that is faith-led at around 8 o'clock each Sunday, and that's really great. We get a lot of people who see this service actually as their own church moment, which is great. That's lovely. And then we also have great stories, like I say, of people internationally as well. We try and keep an eye on those big stories and let people know. So yeah, just log on tomorrow from 6 o'clock early in the morning to hear the breakfast show, and I'm sure you'll be encouraged. But can I just briefly tell you one little tiny thing that's happened as a result of you and me and collaborating that's happened this afternoon?
Please do, go for it.
Well, you know, I literally put out some information today and yesterday about welcoming the Culture Secretary, and it's been great. People have caught on to that. And then this morning I put out a video I saw, which I wanted to copy you into. It's a video of loads of nuns dancing. They are crazy.
Oh, wow.
All over. It's so, you would love it. And I basically put that out there just to say to everybody, start your day feeling happy. These guys will inspire you. Within 20 minutes or so, we've organised in Coventry through COV, the BID unit led by Trish Willits. We've organised that we're going to do that in our city. We're going to get a load of people just dancing. And if you look at my Facebook page, Sandra Godley, you'll see the conversation evolving. Let's do it. We can use this person. We can use Nick to do the videoing. We can do this. We can do that.
You must be desperate.
All these people who suddenly come together, and now we have an event that we're going to try and push for the next few months. And it's all about collaborating. So if you want an example of how this kind of stuff and the kind of stuff Nick does comes together, because people just go, we're going to do it. Let's do it. Who do we need? Who are the right resources? And off it goes. That's all down to you, Nick, with a bit of inspiration.
Well, it's not all down to me, but I know that I've provided some connections, some glue, but it's the fact that I called your colleague when you were on air, and she put me live the next day, and then we made the collaborations, and then you said you got some time to help us, and it's that Rolling Stone gathering moss, isn't it? And gathering glitter and sparkle and colour and cardboard, and that's what it's all about, Sandra. So thank you so much. I'd just like to actually just flash one very, very quick little thing up for you, actually, which I know you're going to love. Hold on a second. And I think you saw this the other day, but Joseph Cash Primary reached out to their community to ask who could help them, who could be a part of it. And they had this lovely little video clip sent across, which I know is very special to them. Oh, it would be if we could hear it, wouldn't it? Oh, come on. How embarrassing. I'm going to stop that, because I'm going to do this properly. Now, somewhere in my system over here, I've not got the buttons pressed for that. And I know exactly what it is. It's that. I've got to press button A, button B, button G, mute that, turn that off like that, and start again.
Hello, Joseph Cash Primary School. I hear them on your wall of fame. Things that make Coventry famous. Well, I thank you for that. That's brilliant. I grew up not far from where you would go to school, and I went to school not far from where you are. You see, anything can be achieved if you try hard enough. These are difficult times, and I know it's hard, but stick in there. Maybe you'll get your own Wall of Fame. And thank you, Joseph Cash Primary School.
And that's what I call a creative carer, somebody who cares about creativity, somebody who cares about children and who cares about all our futures. Peter Waterman there, who was fantastic, who was massive back in the day in terms of dance music and all that sort of a vibe, and who now is running train companies and is passionate about engineering and industry.
Yeah.
So Sandra, I think we're going to wrap up now because my breakfast is actually now cold. The best breakfast I've had for weeks. It's actually cold. I'm going to see you later tonight, hopefully, probably around, let me think, 8 o'clock-ish to sort of co-host this evening. We're going to try and get you to sing a little song, if that's an option.
I've got my sparklies
You got your sparklies ready. Fantastic.
I don't know why I bought these things. I'm sorry, Nick. You've got a lot to answer for, my friend.
Don't you blame me, young lady. Don't blame me for your fashion taste.
Look at those sparklies.
Epic. Well, I'm going to hang a mirror ball in a tree. Now, we've had a bit of bad news. I know you tried to connect us with some DJs. You've actually found Callum for us, because at 8 o'clock, Callum's going to DJ, isn't he? Tell us about Cal.
Oh, he's amazing. Young boy, still a boy, here in Coventry. He does a lot of DJing, a brilliant youth club we've got in Coventry, which is called Fridays, and he's part of those guys there. They're absolutely fabulous, great guys, doing events in the city for young people on a Friday. Listen, Callum does their DJing, and he is massive. He's got a huge fan base, and he just is scratching that stuff as he do the records, and he's going to be part of us. He's probably one of our youngest DJs, I think, in Coventry and Warwickshire, but he's going to bring all that dynamism, and come on everyone, get behind him. He loves it. His mum is totally gobsmacked that we've asked her to ask him to take part, so I think she's going to be even more cheery.
Never mind the mum. Never mind his mum. We've had his dad on the phone. The trouble is with dads, they don't take any of this nonsense. You get my son's stuff working, mate. All right. I mean, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. But when I get word in my ear from Malumba that somebody's dad's been on the phone because they want to know about the tech, I thought, oh my goodness, I've got no idea. No forgiveness. No, but it's going to be great.
Yeah,
you did suggest somebody to DJ for us tonight, which was very generous, and we looked into that, and the timing wasn't right. So actually, what's going to happen is that we're going to get 2 dads DJing tonight, 2 disco dads. One of them is Chris Sullivan, who is running our fire pit chats. Now he ran a nightclub in London called the Wag Club for 20-30 years, so everybody's been through his door. He's massive into the Philly sound. He's massive into soul, funk, rare groove, all that stuff. But he's going to do a disco Philly set for an hour. And then, believe it or not, I'm going to get my decks out. Because I built myself a mixer when I was at university in 1984. I built a DJ mixer. And my first gig was the Art College end-of-year ball, and I had the circuit out. I hadn't put it in a box. And whenever anybody came up for ask for a record, they'd touch it and get an electric shock. So I've moved on beyond that, but I haven't had my decks out for ages. My decks are in the loft. I bought those with some money my granddad left me when he died. He left me 500 quid, so I got 2 decks. I've still got those. If I bought myself a Ford Escort, I wouldn't have it, would it? It'd be a load of rust. And I've got decks that any DJ would die for, proper 1200s, 16 boxes of records in the loft and a mirror ball. So that's all we need for a party. So you're going to have to think of some Sister Sledge numbers to cover tonight, I think, to get us in the mood. So that's the plan.
Yeah, that's a plan. Oh, we should have had you down anyway. I didn't realise you DJ'd proper. So I can't wait for this. Make sure you change that waistcoat though, won't you? You're not wearing that tonight, are you?
I don't know. I probably am actually. No, this is the vibe. I'm on health and safety. I've got to be, if there's an emergency, I've got to grab the fire extinguisher and get down there. But I'm going to be under a tree because I'm actually going to move this from where it is now and put it in the yard out the front with my decks for my street. I'm not talking about a street party. I'm not promoting it because I'm not promoting dangerous behaviour at all. But I want to do this under the mirror ball in my tree. There'll be no music. Nobody will hear anything. So it'll just be in our headphones. But if anybody walks past, they can have a little vibe, can't they? Maybe I'll put a green screen up and they can dance in the street. I don't know. We're getting crazy, Sandra.
It's getting worse, mate. It's getting worse.
Do you know what I mean? So that's the plan. Then 7 o'clock fire pit chat with Chris Sullivan, 7 till 8, talk about two-tone, 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock, Callum. We'll launch the rocket, the Coventry Cathedral, before it gets dark. And then 9 o'clock, we'll come back to you for some culture and some singing and a couple of songs from you, hopefully. And that will just be into your iPhone. So no big fancy diva stuff. You know, don't get all prima donna on me. We're going to make the most of it on your phone, and everybody will love you for that. And then 10 o'clock, I think we've got somebody else for half an hour. And then 10 o'clock till 12, we're going to have a disco under the disco ball, hashtag disco21. So tell your posse. I'll get the links up pretty soon and we'll absolutely smash it. What do you reckon?
Brilliant. It's going to be fabulous. And listen, again, once more to say to you, massive thank you for everything that you've done today. It's been great. And it was so lovely as well to have the Culture Secretary and to welcome the Digital and Culture Secretary on today and to welcome her to the city. It's made a huge, huge impact. So whether you know that or not, but thank you for that opportunity. And come on, we've got more to do. And of course, there's tomorrow as well.
Absolutely. Can't believe we've done it, Sandra. We're halfway through now. Nothing without you. See you later on, my dear. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to drop our little video. I'm going to stop the live stream now, sit down, have my breakfast, finish my brunch, whatever we're going to call this, and then we're going to smash it tonight. Thank you so much. See you later on.
Bye.
Bye-bye.